Hello everyone. Let's get into the May bullet journal setup. So basically all my months look the same in the bullet journal. I have created it over the past couple of years to do exactly what I wanted to do, and 2025, this is what it currently looks like. I always have a cover page. At the moment, I'm doing a lot of Marigona Suli art that you can find on Instagram. She's fantastic. I'll tag her. Then I have a dashboard page, usually birthdays that I need to remember. Then I have intentions, things that I want to prioritize and really keep in mind for the month. Tasks that I do, and I look at what happened for the rest of the month, and anything that I haven't finished goes right at the beginning of the month. I don't usually add things bit by bit during the month that will go into my weeklies, but at the beginning of the month, I write down everything that I need to acknowledge and look at and, tick, and then try to tick them off during the month. Notes is my place where I give myself the space to acknowledge what's happened in the month, maybe something that I need to remember, something that I want to acknowledge, something that I want to differentiate from one month to the next. And then at the end of the month, I just have a little blurb where I can reflect on what happened in the month. Then I have my overview. I've actually written it twice. You can see my journal is not perfect. I meant to write dashboard and overview. Now, my overview is just a calendar where I give myself the space to see what the month looks like. So I don't refer to it a lot. You can see I put the two birthdays that you saw on the previous page, and that the 1st of May is a public holiday with the color. But it also just allows me to have space of what the month looks like in shape, right? So for example, I can see that there are 3 full weeks. We didn't start until Thursday. Every month has a different shape. Maybe some months start on Monday, maybe some months only have 30 days. It just allows me to have a better idea of what the month looks like. What's more important for me is the line a day. The line a day is initially, when I started about 5 years ago, it was a place for me to write down gratitude, which really helped with my mental health. Now it's more of a highlight of the day, something that I want to acknowledge. Maybe I had coffee with a friend, maybe there was a beautiful sunset, maybe I saw a butterfly on my walk. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes I leave it blank. Not every page is filled if I can't think of anything, but I do try intentionally to fill out every line. Habits, you can see that I like to track a lot of habits. I'll probably fill up these two as well, these two lines. I have probably a little bit of ADD and I like to track things, right? Maybe a little bit of statistics in there. And then usually at the bottom here, I have mini habits. So things that I want to do not every day, or I just want to make sure that I'm doing it 2 or 3 times during the month. Mental space. I used to do a lot of stats with like line graphs and bar graphs, but now at the moment, what's been working for me is just having the space to write down a sentence. I'm angry with this person. I was in my head today, or I had a good day, or, I whatever it could be. I just like to acknowledge it here, but I don't really read it. I really just blurb it out and then let it go. Here's my well-being, where I'm trying to consciously look after my body a little bit more. So I follow my weight, I follow my steps. You can see I've always got a Fitbit on. How many steps today? 11,000, fantastic. And then just exercise what I've been doing. Finance, I don't keep my finances on Notion or any sort of digital platform. Everything goes into my bullet journal, right? I like to keep it all together. I just write the date and everything that I spent on that date. I don't usually carry cash and stuff, so it's usually all through my banking app. And at the end of the month, I have 3 or 4 highlighters, and I just highlight, for example, this color's bills, this color is whatever, junk food, or this color was I don't know, whatever, right? And then at the end of the month, I can sort of see where my money is going and I can feel a little bit more in control. The same could be said about food. I'm trying to intentionally lose weight, but without being on a diet. So that's a little bit difficult. So what I try to do is that I just write the date and the things that I've eaten. And then when I'm looking back at my well-being, right, I can see, Aurelia, why are you not losing weight? Well, maybe because for the past 3 days you've been binge eating, right? So that sort of just helps me be a little bit more accountable. And then I start my week. So you can see I've already started. Um, I just have a space to put the calendar, things at the beginning of the week that I want to write down. And then during bit by bit, I just make mini notes. And then my weeks don't really change. And that's what it looks like. You can see I've already started June, and June has been fun as well. But basically, every month looks the same besides the decoration. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully see you soon. Have a like if you enjoyed the video, please.